Next is the Fuji County Board member in District 6, in the 6th District, Sheila Rutledge. She has a Master of Photography and has many professional abilities. She's been an active community volunteer for many years.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you to Indivisible, who knew that such a powerful organization could be motivated by a bad presidential election, but here we are. A little bit about myself. I have been self-employed as a photographer for 30 years. 3 years ago, my husband and I started a real estate investment firm, and because when Donald Trump came along, I was afraid of losing my health care, so I actually got a job so that I could make sure I would not lose access to affordable health care. So I'm a sales professional as well. I have been advocating for my community for the last 20 years. I have been on Chamber of Commerce boards. I went through all of the board chairs on my Northern Illinois affiliated Professional Photographers of America, and I pulled them out of a 20-year bad tax situation. I am a almost 9-year volunteer for the Forest Preserve, and combining that with my photography, I made them change. It took me 18 months, but they had a terrible policy for doing portrait work on the preserves that had only ever gained them $540, period. And after 18 months, I finally got them to implement a change to the policy that has put more than $50,000 into their revenues. So I do like to look at things with fresh eyes and make changes that are needed, or maybe things that people didn't think about. I've advocated for my community for the last 20 years through school referendums. I was involved in the Hubble Middle School battle over whether to renovate an old moldy school or build a new Leeds building. But those are the kind of things that keep me tied to my community. I've lived in Warrenville for the last 25 years, and just recently we moved over to West Chicago. If I should get elected to the board, well, let me back up for 1 second and tell you that you've heard a lot about the budget in DuPage, and one of the reasons I am definitely wanting to get involved and be elected to the board is a little more than 2 weeks ago, I watched the board approve 3 contracts for $260,000 to 3 different lobbying firms that some are politically connected to our board chairman. And at that meeting, the only Republicans that got up to support the contracts were those that are not up for re-election. So I believe that they know that voters think this is an issue. We're at least going in the right direction with that, because last year it was 4 different firms at $288,000 of your tax dollars. Those boards have no minutes, no agendas, no reports. They cash a check. And so that is just one of the ways that they are using our tax dollars with no pushback from the other side of the aisle. If I should get elected on November 6th, my big dream is to create a tiny house village for the homeless and homeless veterans in our community. I think my real estate investment experience would make that a good fit for me. The county has a blighted home initiative, so they take blighted homes from landlords or owners that don't want to fix them up. So I think the right property could be used for that. And I think in our county, a cot in a church basement when you're homeless is not hardly enough. So please consider a vote for me on November 6th. Actually, you don't even have to wait till then. Ask for a mail-in ballot and put it in now. That helps our candidates know who's already volunteered or who's already cast their vote, so that our volunteers can focus on those who have not. So my website, www.Sheila, 4, DuPage, 6. Thank you so much for coming tonight.